Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, how are you? My name is Angela, and today we're going to be talking about starting an embroidery business. So if you've been interested in an embroidery business and wanting to start, don't know anything, this is a great video to start. I'm going to give you a lot of information about like supplies, machines, and things you need to know about starting an embroidery business. So if you didn't know, I started my business. You see now I have a bunch of machines, but it didn't start like that. I started in 2016. I had a handheld PE770. Now it's like PE900. So a handheld machine, and I started all from home in a bedroom in my house, then expanded to the living room, and then expanded to the basement. And then we moved to get a bigger house for the business, and then we took over that house, and then we moved to another house, and we took over that house. So we've been growing. Now we're in a warehouse, and I have 10 embroidery machines. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do like if I'm starting all over again, these are things that you need to know, supplies and all that. So if you're excited for this video, please give it a thumbs up. And at the end, if this video is helpful at all to you, please go ahead and subscribe. So like I said, I'm more of a straight to the point type person, so we're just gonna get right into it. So starting out, I started out with a P770, which is a flatbed machine. Then I upgraded to a Baby Lock Alliance, which is a single needle. It looks like a multi-needle machine, but it's one needle. And then I upgraded to a Baby Lock 6 needle, then a Brother 6 needle, then a Brother 10 needle. And then you see all the Melco EMT16X machines behind me. So that's what I run now. These are more on the commercial side. Great machines. For everything that I mentioned in this video, there will be a link down below. Also for the machines, you can contact Todd Eggersman. His information is always right here or in the description. So that's my journey on machines. My suggestion to you guys is buy the machine with the biggest embroidery field that you can afford, meaning the biggest embroidery that you can make. The sewing field size is what it would say on whatever machine you're looking at. So the biggest sewing field size. It also depends on what you want to embroider, whether it's kids, adults, babies, towels, blankets. Again, always the biggest sewing field that you can afford at the moment. You can always upgrade your machine later, but if you just want to start out, just want to get into it, that's what I would suggest. Biggest you can afford. So when speaking about like the different types of markets, that brings you to where you're going to get your blank supplies from, meaning like the things you're going to embroider. So for like adults and stuff, I usually use Alphabroider, SNS Activewear. Now those do require a wholesale license. So in order to get one of those, you will need a sales and tax use license. So you can get that from your state. They don't usually cost that much, but I would suggest getting it. That way you can get the discounted prices on a lot of the sweatshirts, because I can get some sweatshirts for like $6 versus paying like $12 at the store, just saving you money in the beginning. So for adults, there's sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, sweatpants. There's so many different things, and like I said, I would go to those websites, the SNS Activewear, Alphabroider, Sanmar. For kids, so kids shirts, if you want to do stuff like that, kids shirts, onesies, baby gowns, you can check out ajblanks.com. We sell a bunch of those blanks for kids for embroidery and sublimation. At AJ Blanks, we don't require wholesale licenses. You don't need none of that, so you can just shop directly on the website. All right, so now we're gonna get into all the supplies that you'll need for an embroidery business. Again, there's a link down below for everything that I mentioned. So again, embroidery, thread. We use candle thread, the bigger cones, these are $5.50. They also sell the smaller cones if you will be using a smaller machine. Stabilizer, this is the stabilizer I've been using recently. This is the HBI cutaway stabilizer. I get the rolls on Amazon. There's so many different kinds of stabilizers. So this is cutaway. So cutaway usually for clothing, sweatshirts, knits. If you're gonna do towels, thick stuff, you need like Solvay, which is like water soluble stabilizer. For kids stuff, I don't have much of it left, but this is a poly mesh stabilizer, again from Amazon. Certain things you don't need cutaway, you can buy tearaway stabilizer. So I'll have like a list of all the different stabilizers and everything you could need depending on what you want to embroider. Mighty hoops. Mighty hoops, these are the magnetic hoops. These are the backing holders. Depends on what you want to do. For adults, I use the 8x13 Mighty hoop, and then for kids, I use the 8x9. So those are two that I would suggest getting. If you're going to be doing a lot of adult left chest, and I would get the hooping station as well. Scissors. If you're going to be doing applique, you're going to need some good scissors. These curved scissors work great. Then you also want scissors to cut fabric, and then these scissors are also really good. They come in a pack of blue and pink. They're great for cutting the threads off the back of the embroidery. A few more things for your machines. This is canned air to spray your machine, all the dust and everything. You'll need oil pens as well. I get those from Madeira, or you can find them probably on Amazon. These are the magnetic bobbins. These are the L-shaped white bobbins from Filtech MagnaGlide bobbins. Use these every day. Highly recommend. If you're going to be doing applique, you will need heat and bond light. So you might as well buy the big bolt, but you can also get the small packs from like Joann Fabrics or something, but I usually buy the big bolt off Amazon. You'll need this. Needles. So I like using the Organ brand needles. You can get 7511 and 65.9. I use both depending on what I'm embroidering. So for like the kids kid shirts, I like to use 65.9 on the Melcos. I did normally on the other machines use 75.11, but I would suggest getting both. Okay, next thing that I think about, those are all like the tools to start embroidery. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. If I am, I'm sorry. Next thing is going to be the software you're going to be using. So if you want to buy your designs off Etsy or like Creative Fabrica, you want to buy the designs and just edit them, add names, then you need some type of software. So if you're a Mac person like I am, I use EMBROIDERY. EMBROIDERY has all the different levels of software. So if you just want to do lettering, there's EMBROIDERY for lettering and stuff like that. If you want to just change colors, there's EMBROIDERY Essentials, which is what I use 99% of the time. So that lets you change colors of any design you buy. It lets you add the names, customize pretty much the design you buy. They also have EMBROIDERY Stitch Artist, levels 1, 2, and 3. And that's if you want to make your designs from scratch, stitch by stitch. That's what you would purchase. And you can always upgrade. So yeah, those are good for Mac computers. They work on Mac and Windows. Now there's also like Hatch, which is a Windows-based software that's digitizing. And then there is Design Shop, which is what I use for my Melcos. They have like cool features like making borders automatically, shadows, chain stitch fonts. That's what I use the Melco Design Shop software for. That runs on Windows computers though. It's up to you which software you choose. You can do your research, but those are like most popular that I use. Okay, next, selling platforms. Now where the heck are you gonna sell your embroidery? Yes, you can do word of mouth, Facebook, if you want to just go to businesses, but 99% of the businesses these days are online. So where do you want to sell? Do you want to sell it on Shopify, have your own website? Do you want to sell on TikTok Shop? Do you want to sell on Amazon Handmade, Etsy, Fair? If you want to do only wholesale, like where do you want to sell? So those are your options. All these platforms always have a fee. TikTok Shop is like 8% now. Etsy is 9%. Shopify, you have like the processing fee, so that's it, but you do have to pay like a monthly like website fee. So I think like the basic is $29 a month, which isn't that bad. Any platform you're going to use, you're going to have a fee, so just break that into your pricing of whatever you're selling. And then with selling online comes shipping. So if you're selling online, you need to ship. So where the heck am I going to buy all these supplies for shipping at? I buy mailers from Amazon, tape and shipping labels I buy from You Pack and Ship. They have a really big box, I think of 5,000 for like 75 bucks or something like that. I used to use UPS labels, but I had bad luck because they're free from UPS, but when it would rain, it would wash off. So like, no, that doesn't work. That was a mess. So I used to use the free ones, but no more. I don't use those. I just paid $75 for about 5,000 labels. Boxes, if you have like a big order, you're doing wholesale, where like somebody just buys like 3 or 4 sweatshirts, I get those from uline.com. So I usually buy like at least 50 at a time. That's where I get pretty much all my shipping supplies. Like I said, mailers, if you want like the cheaper mailers, you can get them from Amazon. But there are some small businesses that sell mailers that sell really good quality mailers. So they're like thicker, great quality. That's like Graceful Mailers, Small Business Supply Co. and what is her name? Magical Mailers. So those are all great companies. I support them, so you can check them out as well. Also with the mailers, the shipping labels, you need a thermal printer if you want to just automatically print. Don't have to worry about using ink. You can get that. Also, if you are going to be printing at home, then maybe I would suggest getting like an HP Instant Ink Plant, because that's what I use for the business. That way I don't have to go to the store and buy ink. They just send my ink straight to me, so that's what I use. And then with selling online comes you own your own business. Then you got to pay taxes. I am not a tax professional, so anything I say after this point is just my opinion only. 25%. Please keep 25% of all your sales away. Please. That way, when tax time comes, you're not like, I owe all this money. Keep 25% and put it away. I also suggest having your own account. It don't have to be a business account, just a checking account, just for all your business. So anything that comes in from the business goes straight to this account. Any money that you spend comes out of this account. That way, for tax purposes, when it comes tax time, it is so easy. It is all there in your monthly statements. Please, please, please. That's the one thing I wish I did in the beginning, versus trying to keep each and every receipt. If I just have it all from one account, it's very easy to tell the money that came in, the money went out. If you already have a business established, then you can get a business checking account. But if you don't have like a business, you're just like doing everything under your own sole proprietorship type thing, just open one account just for your business. It can be a personal checking account, is fine. Again, not a tax professional, but all these supplies you buy are all tax write-offs because they're material costs for what you need to run your business. So they're all tax write-offs. That's what I said. If you have your own account, you can see all the deductions. That is it. That is all. Alright, so that's pretty much it for starting an embroidery business. Things you need, what you need to know. Like I said, customer-wise, it depends on what platform you want to sell. You want to do door-to-door, face-to-face, go into businesses, you can do that route as well. Those are pretty much the supplies you need, things you need to know before starting. Try to get straight to the point. If you have any questions, I missed anything, just leave it down below. I make mistakes, I could forget something. It's cool. Next video will be about most needed embroidery machines, my opinion on them, when to get them, when it's time, things like that. So stay tuned for that video. Like I said, if this was useful to you in any way, shape, or form, please give the video a thumbs up. Consider hitting the red subscribe button for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!